Hello, I'm just going to be talking to you today about the importance of mindfulness and the importance of a daily practice, really. The benefits of just having something small where you make the time to kind of come out of your head and into your body and just what it's good for, really. It's very good for anti-anxiety and stress. I think it's quite good at the moment to have some sort of practice like this in lockdown. I think it's important that we are maintaining a kind of presence and being grounded and not getting too carried away with different stories about what's happening in the moment and worrying too much about the future, or even worrying too much about the present. So it's a tool that will help you to kind of master your own mind in a way without getting a lot of people think that they can't meditate because they can't stop the thoughts and it's too hard. Actually, it's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with trying to stop your thoughts. We don't actually try and stop the thoughts in mindfulness. The thoughts are not really going to stop, not by trying to stop them anyway. So what we tend to do in the stress mindfulness for stress is we just keep coming into the body again and again, and as soon as you put your attention on the body, then you're not in the head anymore, so you're naturally just coming out of that kind of thinking, analysing part of the brain, and you're coming into a different part of the brain, and you are activating you're activating a different part of the brain, and it's the part of the brain that releases oxytocin, and it's the part of the brain that just calms you down and calms the nervous system. So yeah, it's a very good tool, especially if you're feeling kind of a lot of stress and fear and things like that at the moment. So I'm just going to run us through. And basically, a lot of people also say that they don't have time to practice. They're busy, they're full-time mum, they're full-time at work as well, and they don't even have 10 minutes. But I actually think that you don't even need 10 minutes. You can actually do a mindfulness practice in as little as kind of a minute or 3 minutes. The benefits of practicing mindfulness, it's really good for so many things. But just in terms of just your own self-care at the moment, I think, really, and just becoming and just having some clarity and just getting some peace of mind, and just it's good for feelings of wellness. It's just good for kind of bringing you out of that fight or flight mode and just establishing a little bit more balance in how you're feeling. So here's a quick practice. So we're just going to do a short meditation. So if you can either close your eyes or you can leave them open. If you're really uncomfortable with closing your eyes, that's fine. I find it better to close the eyes because I'm able to just come more into my body and I'm not distracted by things that are in my environment. But there are lots of open eye practices as well. So So if you're just going to, ideally we want to be in a seated position, but if you have any kind of long-term chronic pain or anything like that, you can feel free to lie down. Or you could even really do it standing, I guess, if it's too painful to lie down, but just get into a position that feels comfortably, ideally with a straight back. So you really want to try and keep a straight alignment if possible, and then just feel that connection to the feet on the ground, the connection to the floor, and then we're going to close our eyes. And we're just going to notice our connection to the seat. We're just going to notice our connection to the feet on the ground. And we're just going to become aware of any sensations in the body, any tingling. And we're just going to bring our attention to our breathing. And we're going to notice the breath. Notice how we're breathing. Not trying to control it or anything, we're just going to notice it. And noticing how the whole body moves with the breath. And we're just going to become aware of any feelings of hot or cold in the body. Just noticing that, noticing our temperature. Noticing if there's any tension in the body. If anywhere feels really, really tight, you could always just bring the attention of the breath into that area. See if it changes anything. So we're going to use the breath as an anchor. So if the mind wanders off, which it will, just gently bringing it back again and again to the breath. Following the breath right down through the chest into the abdomen. Noticing the rise and fall of the abdomen. And just becoming aware of our whole body experience. The movement, the sensations, the temperature, any tightness. And now we're just going to bring our attention to any sounds outside the room. And any sounds inside the room. We're just going to move our fingers slightly on our toes. And then when we feel ready, we're just going to open our eyes. So that is a very short breathing space technique or mindfulness technique. You can do that for... If you do that for 10 minutes a day, then for 8 weeks, there's evidence to show that it rewires the brain enough to come out of severe stress. So to reduce stress. So there we are. Leave me a comment if you tried that, how it was for you. And I hope that helped. See you soon.